viewers, welcome to Doordarshan News Bulletin. This is Rodali presenting the headlines first. Justice Sanjeev Khanna takes oath as 51st Chief Justice of India. Prime Minister Modi forwards best wishes to newly appointed CJI for his tenure. Campaigning for the by-poll in Assam concludes today. Elections to be held on November 13th for 5 assembly seats. Actist policy has unlocked new industrial opportunities in Tripura and other NE states, says Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha addresses Unnati 2024 state-level workshop. Nagaland observes Remembrance Day at Kohima War cemeteries. Chief Minister Nephew Rio praises Naga people for transforming tragic past into global peace message. And in sports, Women Asian Hockey Champions Trophy begins today. India faces Malaysia under newly appointed captain Salima Tete at Rajgir, Bihar. Justice Sanjeev Khanna today took oath as the 51st Chief Justice of India. President Draupadi Murmu administered the oath of office to Justice Khanna at a ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Justice Sanjeev Khanna succeeded Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who demitted his office yesterday. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, several union ministers and judges of the Supreme Court attended the ceremony, among others. Meanwhile, in a social media post, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who had attended the oath-taking ceremony, further conveyed his best wishes to the newly appointed CJI for his tenure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the whole world is attached by the capability of the Indian youth.
Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India.
To swear in the name of God.
Do swear in the name of God.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
That I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment.
That I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment.
Perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will.
Perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will.
And that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
And that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the whole world is attached by the capability of the Indian youth. He added that today most world leaders expect the Indian youth, the skilled manpower, to work in their countries. Addressing a program marking the 200th anniversary celebrations of Sri Swaminarayan Mandir in Vadtal, Gujarat through video conferencing this morning, Modi said that the global demand for India's youth is going to increase further. He added that the youth should be empowered for a developed India and skilled youth will become the country's biggest strength. He further urged the countrymen to embrace the vision of a developed India and actively contribute to achieving it over the next 25 years.
साथियों, वड़ताल धाम की स्थापना के 200 वर्ष ये द्विशताब्दी समारोह ये केवल एक आयोजन या इतिहास की तारीफ नहीं है। ये मेरे जैसे हर व्यक्ति के लिए जो वड़ताल धाम में अनन्य आस्था के साथ बड़ा हुआ है, उसके लिए बहुत बड़ा अवसर है। मैं मानता हूं हमारे लिए ये अवसर भारतीय संस्कृति के शाश्वत प्रवाह का प्रमाण है।
In Assam, campaigning for the by-polls to be held on November 13th in 5 assembly seats concluded this evening. A total of 34 candidates are in the fray, including 8 candidates at Dholai, 11 at Samuguri, and 3 candidates for the Sidli seat. Several senior leaders were seen marking last-ditch efforts to woo the voters today through public rallies and meetings. Meanwhile, it may be mentioned that the Congress and the NDA are contesting in all 5 seats. Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha attended the foundation stone laying ceremony for the construction of hostel infrastructure at different places under the PM Janman scheme. Addressing the function, Saha said that his government is committed to making education accessible to all, including Janajati students, by developing modern facilities. He added that the PM Janman initiative also focuses on developing particularly vulnerable tribal groups. He added that under this scheme, an initiative has been taken to build 14 hostels across 6 districts in the state with an expenditure of Rs 37.6 crore. This includes the 10 hostels across 4 districts for which the foundation stones were virtually laid today.
আজকে তারা কোন জায়গায় মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী জি নিয়ে গেছেন আমাদের ये ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट है कि जो प्रिमिटिव हमारा जनजाति है उनके लिए हॉस्टल बनाना और इनका जो स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन ऑफ द एजुकेशन बढ़ा है इसीलिए आज त्रिपुरा में अनुष्ठान हुआ अभी है उसमें 10 हॉस्टल बॉयज और गर्ल्स मिला के आज उसका मैंने फाउंडेशन ले हुआ है और दूसरा जो है आपका इंडस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट से एक प्रोग्राम हुआ है और वो भी हमेशा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते हैं जब तक नॉर्थ ईस्ट डेवलप नहीं होगा तब तक देश भी डेवलप नहीं हो सकता है इसका भी झलक हम लोग देख पाया है और मेरे ख्याल से इससे त्रिपुरा में भी इंडस्ट्री काफी लोग आएंगे और उन्नति जो प्रकल्प इंडस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट से आज वहां पर इनॉग्रेशन हुआ है और मेरे ख्याल से बाहर से भी बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टर्स अब आएंगे
In another event in the state, Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha addressed the officials and representatives in the state-level workshop on Unnati Scheme 2024 at Prajna Bhavan today. Saha further felicitated the state's renowned entrepreneurs. Addressing the workshop, Saha said that the visionary leadership of the Prime Minister has added a new dimension to the development of the entire Northeast in the past 1 decade. Act's policy has unlocked new industrial opportunities in Tripura and other any states, said Saha.
প্রায় 2.1 লাখ এমএসএমই আমাদের ত্রিপুরার মধ্যে এক্সিস্ট করছে এবং এই উদ্যয়ন পোর্টাল আমাদের আপনারা জানেন যে আমাদের নিজেদেরও একটা অলরেডি আগে উদ্যয়ন প্রকল্প আমরা এখানে পোর্টাল একটা আছে 22.67% রেজিস্টার করা হয়েছে মাইক্রো এন্টারপ্রাইজ যারা আছে তাদের মধ্যে তারাই সবচেয়ে বেশি ডমিনেট করে এবং এই যে টোটালের মধ্যে প্রায় 98%ই আমাদের মাইক্রো ইন্ডাস্ট্রিজ এখানে আছে ন্যাচারালি এটা হবে এবং আমরা জানি এর আগেও মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী জি এবং
Nagaland observed Remembrance Day at Kohima War Cemetery today, honoring those who sacrificed their lives for peace, justice and freedom. Chief Minister Nephew Rio highlighted the bravery of fallen soldiers and praised the Naga people for transforming their tragic past into a message of global peace. Kohima War Cemetery, maintained by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, holds 1,420 allied soldiers and is also the cremation site of 917 Hindu and Sikh soldiers. Meanwhile, British Deputy High Commissioner Dr. Andrew Fleming commended Nagaland's efforts in preserving the cemetery. The ceremony included a 2-minute silence followed by wreath-laying ceremony, a performance by the Nagaland Madrigal singers and a vintage car rally.
This Kohima War Cemetery, located in the state capital, serves as a poignant reminder of sacrifices made during this battle, maintained by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, it is the resting place of 1,420 allied soldiers.
Continuing with Nagaland, the National Education Day 2024 was observed today at Alder College, Kohima under the theme Education for Change. Advisor for School Education and SCERT, Dr. Khechriel Home graced the occasion as the special guest. Speaking at the program, Holmes said that the most expensive developmental sectors in both the state and central government is education. He further stressed that Nagaland needs to move ahead along with the rest of the country in diversity and quality education. The State Department too is working in this line, he added. He also informed that by next year, the department will introduce the Nagaland Education Services in line with the NPSC and NSSP.
Our ancestors perhaps graduated with the simple needs of learning how to read, write, and speak. Today, we are here talking about the need to understand indigenous knowledge, the need to understand financial literacy, emotional literacy, social literacy. So many literacies are in around us.
Manipur Chief Minister Remembrance chaired a meeting on the externally aided projects taken up in the state at his secretariat today. Taking to his X handle, Singh said that the projects will play a crucial role in enhancing the state's infrastructure, healthcare, education and environmental sustainability efforts. He further added that by engaging with international agencies and benefactors, his government aims to bring long-term benefits to the people of the state. Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang participated in the inauguration and consecration ceremony of the newly constructed Denzong Minroling Zangdok Parli Temple in Phudong, North Sikkim today. Singh said that the formal inauguration and establishment of the temple in Sikkim is indeed a strong moment, historical moment that reflects the state's shared devotion and reverence. He also announced that the government would extend its support for the Gompa, committed to the necessary enhancements in infrastructure to ensure its sustained growth and accessibility. Singh further urged residents to take an active role in its preservation and enhancement. In news from Mizoram, the Hna Thrial Bazar branch Young Mizo Association installed motion-activated solar-powered CCTV cameras along parts of the Tuishang River to aid the conservation of the river. The surveillance system powered by 4G provides reliable remote access footage. The YMA has declared the river stretch from the motor bridge to Huangwahna Swar as a protected zone prohibiting all forms of fishing. Meanwhile, fishing is allowed in the area from Huangbauna Li to Tangfui Rek, although illegal fishing equipment is prohibited. Violators will face penalties including confiscation of their catch, fishing equipment and a fine of Rs 3,000 or they will be handed over to the authorities. H. Shangshung Nyunga, director of the Mizoram Forensic Science Laboratory, has been awarded the prestigious National Award Lifetime Achievement Award in Forensic Science 2024 by the Ministry of Home Affairs. This award, part of the Kendriya Grihamantri Dakshata Padak scheme, recognizes outstanding contributions to forensic science in areas like crime scene investigation and evidence analysis. Notably, Shangshung Nyunga is the first recipient of this prestigious award in India. As per official reports, the Mizoram lab is India's first to adopt a fully paperless system. Among all forensic laboratories in the country, it is the pioneer in adopting this system and issuing digitally signed expert reports for all cases from police, excise, narcotics and anti-corruption agencies.
Forensic science talk to Zhongzhuang Dana at the Ania. Along Katikopa, Amaro Chukema to Anilava, office, Mizoram Forensic Science Laboratory.
In the Women's Asian Hockey Champions Trophy, the India and Malaysia match is currently underway at Rajgir, Bihar. Indian women's hockey team under the leadership of the newly appointed captain Salima Tete opened their campaign today evening. Earlier in the inaugural match, Japan and South Korea battled to a thrilling 2-2 draw. Mahu Ueno and Saki Tanaka scored for Japan while Mi Hyang Park and Yunjin Lee netted for Korea. Meanwhile, in the second match, China thrashed Thailand with a scoreline of 15-0. China remained dominant throughout, scoring 10 goals in the final 2 quarters. And to end the news, the main points once again. Justice Sanjeev Khanna takes oath as the 51st Chief Justice of India. Prime Minister Modi forwards best wishes to newly appointed CJI for his tenure. Campaigning for the by-polls in Assam concludes today. Elections to be held on November 13 for 5 assembly seats. Act East policy has unlocked new industrial opportunities in Tripura and other ANI states, says Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Mani Saha addresses Unnati 2024 state-level workshop. Nagaland observes Remembrance Day at Kohima War Cemetery. Chief Minister Nephew Rio praises Naga people for transforming tragic past into global peace message. And in sports, Nagaland Women's Asian Hockey Champions Trophy begins today. India faces Malaysia under newly appointed captain Salima Tete at Rajgir, Bihar. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.